Hey guys, welcome back and hello if you're new here. My name is Kait. For today's video, I'm sharing with you guys a holiday glam inspired makeup look, and I'm giving you not one but two different lipstick options. So I'm sharing how you can do this look with a neutral pink lip, and I'm also sharing how you can dress it up with a bright bold red lipstick. So stay tuned if you want to see, and I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. So to start off, I'm gonna do a little skincare prep, and first thing I'm doing is a little lip balm. This is from Laneige. This is their lip sleeping mask, but I use this all the time, not just before bed. My skin has been so just chronically dry, and my lips especially. So they're getting a little TLC. And I have the berry scent. It smells so good. And I really like the formula of this stuff. It's hydrating, but it's not too sticky at all, which I love. And then next I'm gonna use a little bit of the Charlotte's Magic Serum from Charlotte Tilbury. I really like this for like a lightweight, but still hydrating, sort of plumping feel. I really love serums. And basically anything from Charlotte Tilbury is just magical, and this is no different. But I really feel like this hydrates and nourishes the skin to really help prep it for makeup. And next I'm going to use a holy grail and favorite, and it is the Coconut Skin Smoothie Primer from First Aid Beauty. This is just one of my all-time favorites. And it's so hydrating, it has a little glow. I just love the formula of this so much. It's my favorite primer that I've used and tried to date. And I love trying out new things. I love finding new products. I like venturing out and just seeing what's out there, but there's some things that I'm just really tried and true to, and then once I know they work, I'm just kind of hooked on them. This primer is one of those things. I'm sure I've said this before in other videos because I use this all the time, but it just never lets me down. My makeup always looks flawless with it. I know that I'm gonna love the way my skin feels with this on, so I just keep coming back to it. And for foundation, I am using the Frankie Rose Matte Perfection Foundation. This is another holy grail and one that I know I can count on, that works so well for my skin and that I love so much. And the combo that I've been doing, I guess like face makeup wise, with this foundation and then like the concealer and everything else that I'll obviously be showing you guys, it's just too good. And I love the way like it just all meshes together and it looks just really, really nice. I'm not gonna lie, I usually have more of a method for how I apply my foundation, and I just kind of jumped ship and I don't really know what happened, but it will all be fine. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I usually do like one side at a time and I start from the bottom and go up, and today that is not the case. I obviously got too excited talking to you guys about my makeup combination, and I feel like that is so important to me, at least. Like when you find a good combination of products, especially face makeup wise, that just all work really well together, it is such a game changer. Because truly I feel like there are some things that just don't like each other, don't blend well together, don't work well together, and sometimes, you know, you have to go through trial and error. So for concealer, we have Our Little Secret concealer, also by Frankie Rose, and I'm using the shade Fresh. And then I'm gonna use the Cosmakery foundation stick that I feel like I've talked so much about. This is in the shade Medium Deep. These sticks are so creamy. They blend out really well, and this color has been a really nice match for me too. And these are like 10 out of 10 for me. I would totally repurchase. And as always, the little sponge that I'm using to blend out all of my makeup and that I use to apply my foundation is the Real Techniques makeup sponge. I love these. I know that I've definitely shared these before as well, but they're really affordable. You can get them from Ulta, you can get them from Target, and I just think they apply makeup so flawlessly. And it is definitely damp, so that is key. I still remember so vividly how horrified I was when I did like my first Get Ready With Me on stories. Oh my God, I have a fuzz. And so many people replied back to like my first Get Ready With Me on stories and said they didn't realize that your beauty blender was supposed to be damp and that they used it dry. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is life-changing. You have to do it damp. And I was so sad for all these people that have been trying to apply their makeup with a dry beauty blender. And then this brush that I'm using is also from Cosmakery. It's just a flat sort of like kabuki brush. Blends out really nicely. And I really like to do this in sort of like a pressing in and like upward dragging motion. That way I can keep my contour line pretty straight and tight. And if anything, like I definitely would want to blend up and not down because that will defeat the whole purpose of the contour if I do it down. So that is kind of the method to my madness there. Then I'm just gonna do a little bit of setting, and I'm gonna use the damp beauty blender still, and I've been using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I don't know what it is lately, but I don't know. I just have been loving this powder so much, and it's been working really well for me. Too Faced Ethereal Setting Powder is another fave of mine, and I was like religiously hooked on that for quite a while, but I guess I just ran out of it or something and was like, well, I have Laura Mercier, so I'm going to use that, and made the switch. And I don't know what it was, but it was just like a magical blossoming of love, and I love this stuff so much. And I was like, why haven't I been using this as much? So anyways, I've been super happy with this, and I am going through and setting basically anywhere that I put concealer. I like to set with the beauty blender. I wish that, you know, I could be one of those people that doesn't need to like fully set my face. Just had deja vu because I know I've said that before as well. But you know, I'm a fan of setting powder. And I'm going to set my contour with the Physicians Butter bronzer. Still a fave of mine, and this just like blends and meshes really well with this contour stick. I'm pretty sure I shared this layered over a different contour stick in my Get Ready With Me video, but this is another one. It's kind of tried and true, and bronzers I feel like can be tricky, especially when you're laying them over like a stick or any sort of liquid product, but this one has always done a really nice job, and the color I feel like works really well on my skin tone. And this is just the original bronzer shade, but I know that they've expanded, so there's other colors if you want to check that out. I'm just going back with a little bit of powder on a small fluffy brush, and I'm gonna set under my contour down here. Do a little baking under contour for some just added definition, nothing too major. I've been playing around with my brows a lot. They're already a little bit filled in, but definitely not where I want them to be. But I've been trying out a lot of different techniques, I guess, and products, just because I have just wanted to venture out a little bit, try some new brow looks, try some different techniques. I've been really into a slightly fluffier, natural-ish looking brow. I guess I've just wanted to soften and fluff mine up a little bit from what I normally do, if that makes any sense. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this brow soap. This is the one that I shared in my Ulta haul. I'm not holding it up too much because if you saw that video, the soap falls out of this container. Why, I don't know. But I'm just gonna take it on the little brush and brush them up. And I mentioned in that video that a lot of the reviews that I had read said that you should use this product damp or wet to get the full effect. But honestly, I haven't done that yet. I feel like it still gives a good amount of hold and a little fluff as is. So that's just what I've been doing. And I've been using their brush, but I think I would like to venture out and probably try something different. And then I have this little Brow Drama Pro palette from Maybelline. It's kind of old, it's gotten a lot of love, but I've just been going through and using the little pomade and powder duo combo, and I've just been using it on the brush that comes in the palette, but you could use other brow brushes, of course, and I've just lightly been filling my brows in with this. So this is definitely, this technique is a little bit more of a process than usual, but I've been liking the outcome, so I don't mind. Makeup is so therapeutic for me, so I could literally sit here all day and play with new products, primp, try new things. It's what I like, so I do not mind a few added steps. My brows are done, and hopefully you guys think they look as cute as I do, and I feel like I hyped them up a little bit. So if I did that, hopefully they live up to the hype. But I'm gonna move on to eyes, and I'm gonna use the palette that I shared in my last monthly favorites video. It's the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette. This pretty little beauty right here. It has so many good shades, and I really liked the warmer tones and this gold for the holidays, and then I liked that you also have some sultrier colors down here as well. So I am gonna start by just taking my makeup sponge and going over my eyes. There's no added product on this. I'm just getting out any creases and just kind of smoothing out my foundation and concealer because I did not set that. And if I can find my fluffy brush, here we go. I'm actually gonna take a fluffy brush and the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula, and I'm gonna pop that in as my transition shade. I think this is such a good transition color, and it's a really nice, just soft, warm sort of brown, and I've been using this for shadow a lot. So I have that built up to where I want it. I really like the tone and shade and depth of it right now. So I'm gonna take this darker brown color. This is called Substitute for Love, and I'm just using a flat little blending brush. This is the E25 by Sigma, and I'm just gonna lightly start blending that in my outer corner and onto the middle of my lid. Just to give some depth. I still want my look to be like really wearable, but you know, I want it to have a little something. And this will give me some depth without being too over the top, and I can always build it up even more, deepen it even more. But the thing that I always say is once it's on, it's really hard to take away, which is why I typically like to start soft and then kind of blend and work my way up. Any fallout, I always take my little fluffy brush and dust that away. Oh, I said this in my monthly favorites video, but I do wish this had a mirror. That would be very helpful right about now. Okay, so next I'm going to take the glittery gold shade, which is called Pure Ganache. It is so buttery, and I'm gonna put that on my finger, and I'm going to place this on my lid. Oh my gosh, can you guys see that? I swoon every time. I think this shade is so freaking pretty. And I picked gold for this look just because I feel like it's very winter and holiday-esque. It looks really good on a lot of skin tones, and I feel like it's one of those just sort of like eyeshadow shades that you can dress up if you want to, or it can be more of like a natural look that a lot of people are just comfortable in and comfortable wearing. And I always like creating looks that you guys feel like you can recreate at home and that you guys feel like you can also wear, and basically they're just like attainable, if that makes sense. So this is very wearable to me as it is, just if you added like a brown wing, which I probably will do. But since this is more like a holiday glam inspired type look, I'm going to deepen the outer corner just a teeny tad, and I'm going to use the shade Freshly Toasted, which is kind of like this red brown. And I think it is so pretty. I'm not going too heavy or dark with it. I'm just lightly adding a little something. And that's the other thing that I feel like I want people to take away from my videos. You can still be glam without doing too much, if that makes sense. Like, I've only really used 3 or 4 eyeshadow shades. I don't feel like I've used that many. I don't feel like I've done any really crazy techniques or anything. But you can still get really pretty, you know, dolled up sort of glam looks while still keeping it pretty simple. I'm of course gonna add a soft little shadow wing, and I am actually gonna go for this like charcoaly gray color down here. This is called Beans Are White. I don't know what that means or what that stands for. So if anybody can translate that for me, please let me know. But I thought it was a very interesting name. Just not what I was expecting, I feel like, for that color. Always hold my mirror so you guys can't see, and I'm sorry. But the level of intense concentration and magnification that goes into the wing is very much a lot. So I do apologize. I also use very light pressure when I start out with doing my wing. I've really been loving the Laura Mercier Caviar Volume Mascara, so I am going to use that today. I think it gives really pretty length and fullness to your lashes. And I like the way that it just kind of fluffs them out. This is one of those mascaras too that anytime I have this on in pictures or have used it in a video on Instagram, I always get a lot of questions about which mascara are you using. And it's always this or it's the Charlotte Tilbury one. And this is a wet mascara, so I like to do a few coats and let it sit for a little bit, let it dry a little, and then go back over it so it doesn't clump or anything. So my eyes are basically done. I am going to dust away this powder that's been sitting on my face. And I always like to just retake my angled brush that I use to apply my bronzer and just kind of go back over, dust it, make sure there's no harsh lines or anything like that. So now I'm gonna move into blush, and I've been loving this little palette that I got in the Laura Mercier Holiday Collection. This is the Opening Night Cheek palette, and I think it is absolutely stunning. I've been using this middle sort of peachy shade a lot. Which I'm sure you guys know I'm just very much into. Peachy tones are my jam. And I think this shade is absolutely stunning. And then the brush that I'm using to apply it is a Luxie brush. This is, I think, the brush that I talked about in last month's favorite video, but this is the 504 Large Angled Brush by Luxie, and I think it's perfect for applying blush. So I'm just gonna pack that on the apples of my cheeks, and then I like to brush it back a little. I love blush, so this is a product that I will totally pack on. And then lately I've been really loving adding a little bit of blush, like a little dusting on the tip of my nose. It just adds some warmth, and I don't know, I think it's cute, but I know it's not for everyone. And then I do typically take a little bit and just dust it on my forehead too. And then once I am all set with blush, I'm gonna move into highlight. And because I want this to be like a warm, bright, but still bronzy sort of look, I'm gonna actually go ahead and use a gold highlight. And this one's by Lancome. It's so pretty. This is their dual finish sparkling highlight or dual finish highlighter in sparkling peach. But this highlight in general is gorgeous, and the shade especially has been one of my favorites and can be just super blinding. I don't know if you all can see that, but hello. It's really pretty, and it can be soft or you can build it up and, you know, like I said, blind everyone. But I really like the tone of this. I think it's pretty. I don't think it's too much to have the gold shadow and the gold highlight. And it is a nice touch for a holiday look. I also think like just the tone of this and the finish of this helps add warmth but brightness at the same time. And that is a win-win for me. I always like to take my blush brush and just kind of go back over the apples of my cheeks. And this is just to help blend, make sure my highlight doesn't look too harsh or anything. I think I'm gonna be just a little bit extra, and I'm gonna take this Gold Rush blush by Benefit, and I'm just gonna add a little on top, just for some extra flush, because why not? This blush to me though has the strangest smell. Like, it doesn't smell bad, but I don't know what it smells like. It kind of reminds me of something, but I cannot put my finger on what. So if any of you own this, would love to know if you feel the same. In my opinion, this blush is really light. I don't think it's like ridiculously pigmented, but I do think it helps add like a light glow, which I do think is pretty. So you can kind of pack this on, and again, it's not like super pigmented, but I like the subtle pink pop that this gives. Aside from that, I'm just taking a little bit of the Lancome highlight on a pencil brush, and I'm just popping that in my inner corner. So I'm gonna use that as my inner corner shade. Right, so this look is almost done. It just needs some lips. I had to go do a little outfit change, put on something that was a little bit more holiday-y and winter-esque, and had to put some big curls in my hair, do a little something. But I wanted to show you guys this look with a nude lip and with a red lip. I personally, especially for any events or outings, or even if I just feel like switching it up a little bit, like having looks that I know I can go to and recreate over and over, but make it look as if it's a whole new look completely just by switching one or two things out. So this is a look to me that you could very easily wear and recreate multiple different ways and just switch it up with a little lip color. So I'm gonna start with a nude lip and show you guys how that looks and how this can be super wearable. To start out for the nude lip combo, I'm going to use this Marc Jacobs liner, which has been a fave of mine. This is in Cream and Sugar. It is the perfect nude. If you do not have a Marc Jacobs liner, I highly recommend you treat yourself to one. They are so solid in terms of the formula and wearability, super creamy, glide right on. And I like to just go ahead and line and fill in for longevity. I'm gonna take my current favorite Buxom lipstick in Heartthrob. This is from the 90s Nudes collection, and I haven't been able to stop wearing it since I got it in. But I'm just gonna apply that on top. These are super satin and lightweight. Formula is divine. You could definitely leave it like this if you like more of a matte look, but if you're into lip gloss, which I definitely am, I really have been loving this Lifter lip gloss by Maybelline. This is in the shade Brass and it is absolutely stunning. So this to me is like the cherry on top. It has a little bit of like gold flecks throughout, so kind of matches the shadow, and it is so comfy. Like honestly, besides Buxom glosses, these are probably my favorite glosses. I obviously love the lip combo with just the liner and the lipstick, but this lip look with the gloss, I just feel like is doing it for me. It is so good. It's just a little cherry on top and exactly what it needs. So I absolutely love this look with the nude lip combo. I think it helps pull out the rosy flush cheeks in the blush color, and I think the eyes still pop and are so pretty and bright, and then the lips are super gorgeous. This combo together is just really bright and glowy and pretty, and I feel like you cannot go wrong with it. You still look really glam, but this is super wearable, and especially for the girls that don't want anything too bold, I feel like this is the perfect little holiday pick-me-up sort of look that you could go with. So as much as it pains me to take off this lip combo, I'm going to do it so I can show you guys a brighter, bold red lip. All right, and then starting back at square one, I'm gonna go ahead and apply a red lipstick. This is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is in Patsy Red. I feel like it's a true sort of Christmassy fire engine red, and this just screams Christmas to me. So here is our makeup look with the red lipstick, and I feel like this just screams classic holiday party makeup look. And to me, there's just something about red lipstick that can pull a whole look together and really make you look 1,000 times more chic than maybe you even planned. So if you do want to feel and look more dressed up than you actually are, I feel like adding a red lip will totally do that. And plus, I feel like between the white sweater and the gold shadow, it just complements each other really, really well. I love all of the different tones together. I think they look really good. And then of course, depending on your preference, you could change up the tone or the shade of red lipstick that you use too. But this again is just a really classic look and just an easy way to dress up any holiday looks that you have and want to take sort of to that next level without going overboard or feeling like you're doing too much. So that concludes today's video and makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love hearing from you all, so leave me a comment below. Let me know which look was your favorite, if you liked the nude lipstick look, or if you liked the red lipstick look, or if you're torn like me and like both. But be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you're new here, I definitely hope you'll stick around and stay. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But thank you guys again. Love you, and until next time.